All right, everybody, good morning. My name is Michael Key. I'm the Chief of Police for the Neptune Beach Police Department. I'd like to acknowledge and thank Mayor Elaine Brown and District 2 School Board Member April Carney for being here with me this morning. A little after 10 p.m. last night, a juvenile male was riding his bicycle home from the Fletcher High School football homecoming game where he was struck and killed by a vehicle at the five-way intersection of Florida Boulevard, Penman Road, and Forest Avenue. The specific details are still being investigated, but initial reports are that the vehicle was traveling northbound on Penman Road when it struck the child who was crossing the legal crosswalk within the Penman Road. Another child who was with the victim was also nearby but was uninjured. Our officers arrived on scene and began deploying life-saving measures by giving CPR and using an AED. The child was later transported to Wolfson's Children's Hospital where he was pronounced deceased. The driver and several witnesses who stopped are cooperating with authorities. The victim's identity will not be released, and I can share with you that he is a 15-year-old boy, male resident of Neptune Beach. His parents and family are simply devastated. I sat with them last night in their living room, and there are simply no words to express the loss of a child. They asked for privacy, and for their sake in our community, I would ask that you give that to them. They need to grieve appropriately and privately. As normal policy for traffic homicide investigations, it's been turned over to the Florida Highway Patrol, and they're investigating. I will not comment on the specifics of the contributing factors to protect the integrity of their investigation. We're a small community, and we often refer to ourselves as 3 cities, 1 community. This tragedy will be deeply felt by our community, and I ask you to honor the family for asking for privacy and say a prayer for them as well, for all their loved ones and their family members. I'd also like to thank the Jacksonville Beach Police Department and Jacksonville Fire Rescue for their quick response. And with that, I can take a couple questions.
So I know when we were out there this morning, some residents were expressing concerns that there seems to be kind of a pattern of somewhat reckless driving at that intersection. Is that something you guys see at that intersection?
Yeah, so I can tell you this. The Neptune Beach Police Department is highly committed to ensuring the safety of our citizens. The roadway, how it's designed, the traffic engineering and layout is inappropriate to discuss right now. It's not been even 12 hours since we've had a child die in my community, and I'm not going to go through the debate of how the intersection's laid out and the safety concerns over that. There's a time and a place for that we will get to, but at this juncture right now, I'm not going to discuss that.
Right now, are there any pending criminal charges for the driver? I know you said that person is cooperating right now, but can you elaborate on if there are any pending charges?
So as of right now, the driver has not been charged, but if there are forthcoming pending charges, the charges will be brought forward by the Florida Highway Patrol as they're investigating the traffic homicide.
Lastly, how old was the child that was with the victim who passed away?
I don't have exactly his or her age, but appropriate or approximate age range of the victim, 15 years old.
And were they related, or do you know in their relation to each other?
No, not related.
And I know you can't identify the victim, obviously, but were they a student of Fletcher High School? Is that clear?
So I made a commitment to the family that they've asked for privacy. I'm not going to discuss where the child attended school or any other details other than his age, and that he confirmed he is a Neptune Beach resident. We don't have these things happen in Neptune Beach. They're very few and far between, and our community is extremely tight-knit. And again, I just ask that you pray for our community, pray for their loved ones, you can pray for their family.
I'm wondering if the mayor or Ms. Carney, if you want to talk about safety, especially with children, your message to the community, your message to children as far as safety when riding bicycles around our community, or chief.
Well, I think we can both comment at different levels, but in our community right now, we're mourning. As people are hearing about this, it is something that's very devastating to this whole community and to the Fletcher community too, to the schools. Child was apparently attending a function at the school, and it's going to hit us all very hard. But as far as safety and for your children, I just say hug your child today, because we all warn our children, please be careful. But this is something that when the tragedy strikes, it hits home with so many people, and just keep them in your prayers.
To add to that, the beaches are a highly traveled pedestrian and bicycle populated area. We experience a large population influx from residents in Jacksonville as well as visitors alike. And our number one focus has been and always will be, and going forward with looking in ways to improve, will always be focused on protecting our pedestrians, bicyclists, and most importantly, our youth. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.